Okay, so here's the front cover of my magazine, and obviously the genre is pop, which I've tried to portray through my colour scheme, where I've used like a bright blue and a hot pink, and then also some yellow elements to kind of brighten up the page. And so firstly, I've got my model Rachel. So what I've done is I've clothed her in like quite bright clothing again, and also this kind of links in with the colour scheme to kind of tie it all together. So you can see that she's got a pink top and a blue skirt. So also on my front cover, I've tried to appeal to my target demographic of young girls, so around 13 to 15-year-old girls who are interested in pop music. So I've done this through my cell lines. So I've got Rita Harvey at your service, and in the contents page I discussed that she's kind of like a fashion icon, and so all the young girls kind of look up to her. I've got Connor Confesses, I've Never Felt So Low. So this is another pop singer such as Justin Bieber, so all the girls will kind of be like, oh no, what's wrong with Connor? I've also got Gaga at School, Her Secret Past Uncovered. Again, this links in with Lady Gaga, who's quite a well-known pop singer. So, and also what I've done is I've made the uncovered in a different colour, uncovered in a different colour, so this kind of makes it stand out more. Also, I've added clothing into my front cover just to kind of make the magazine more, have more content, because as you know, it's kind of a stereotype for girls to want more topics, whereas boys are kind of more one-step focused, whereas girls have more things that they want to talk about. Also, in my main cell line, where it says Cherish, talks boys, boyfriends, holidays, and the Kardashians, what I've done is Cherish is the singer's name, and I've made her font in kind of like a really girly, spurly handwriting, and it's got a kiss, and it's hot pink, so it's a different font to the rest of my magazine, to the rest of the cell lines, and it makes it just look a bit more special and kind of highlights that she's like really famous. And yeah. Also, I've included my magazine at the top, kind of like to work in synergy and just to promote my online magazine as well. So next. These are supposed to be double-page spreads, all of them, but I didn't recognise it in issue. So firstly, I've got my contents page, and you can't really see it from here because it's kind of been shrunken down to fit. But I've got an editor's note. So this is Georgia Lipa, the editor of the magazine, and she's just kind of written about. I've just kind of written about like what is in magazine, and also I've done it in a boxed up text to kind of segregate it from the rest of the page. And then also I've got a pull quote from the magazine. Sorry, I forgot to say. With my front cover, I really wanted to get you guys feedback about the cell lines. So Huda's going to pass out the first question. So if you want to take one and pass it on, this is just about the cell lines, because I wasn't sure if like obviously I know kind of like the background, I kind of know what I was trying to get at, but I just want to know if you guys think that these cell lines would appeal to the target demographic. So I'm going to pass it out, and if you can just tick yes or no. Alright, and now, so again I've carried on the colour scheme, and I've got a pull quote from my article, but I'm just not too sure if it looks kind of like, if it grabs the reader's attention enough. And so I was just wondering what I could do to kind of make this, I don't know if I can make it bigger, if I can like put it in a box, change the colour. Do you guys have any ideas?
I think you should put it in a box or something, like that'll make it stand out, because it just looks like it's in a white space.
Yeah. So what would I have, like a blue one? Would it be like a colour box, or what do you think I should
Like
do?
you know the one, the pink box, you can do it something you've got with that blue, or like another colour that's in the colour scheme.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. Again, so yeah. And then also what I did is I took a picture of my front cover and I put it down here, and then I did like page numbers next to the article, just because I know my target demographic are kind of younger, so I know maybe they won't be kind of bothered to read all the information. So this just kind of gives them quickly where the pages are that they want to read. So I've spoken about my colour scheme. So if you take one and pass it on of the next question, which he was going to pass out, which is to do with my colour scheme. Whereas I really like the bright pink and the bright blue, some people might say it's a bit too much, it might be a bit of an eyesore. But I just really know, I want to get your feedback of what you guys think, because like I did want to portray like the pop genre, it's really fun, it's really bright, but some people have said that it is a bit too much and too contrasting. So now this is starting off the article, which is a pop singer called Cherish, and she's just become famous, and it's kind of just talking about how she's got into it. Again, I've used the same typography for the Cherish, just to make it a bit more fun. And also I've added a pull quote. I have an image of her in the top corner with her boyfriend Charlie, and I was just wondering what you guys think of the image, because it might look, some people might think it's a bit not appropriate that they're in an alleyway, because they might think it's a bit, you know, not portraying like the genre, and it might look a bit sneaky. So I was just wondering if you guys have any more suggestions of like any locations you think I could reshoot the image.
Maybe in like a park or something. Like say all the grass.
Yeah, because I wanted to get, you know,
swing or something.
yeah, you know, like when you see the celebrities coming out of the shops and like the paparazzi just quickly snap a picture of them. I wanted one like that.
Yeah.
So do you guys know any locations around here that I could use? Because I don't really know the area.
Coming against the school camp.
Yeah.
Okay. I think also with that picture,
Yeah.
it's because it's quite dark.
Yeah.
So she's supposed to be this pop princess type person who's very, very fashionable, who's wearing, I'm not suggesting Rachel, you don't look fashionable in that picture, but it's not actually, it's quite a dark picture and contrasts quite significantly with the others, and that's possibly why when you're looking at it, it looks a bit odd, because it's quite dark and she's wearing, obviously she's outside and she's wearing dark clothing and all of that, but it's just, I think it's just that it's not quite as, that's why it looks so contrasting to the rest of the images. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. So lastly, oh wait, one sec. So lastly, this is the second half of the article. As I said, she's kind of like a pop star. So in this article, they're discussing with her newfound fame. However, we do start talking about her younger sister who almost lost her life due to an eating disorder. So, and also like the Cherish is kind of promoting this organisation called B. So I've like added their like website down there. And basically my next question to you guys, which again, take one and pass it on. Do you think this content is a bit too, heavy for young girls? Because what I wanted to do, I was trying to like, it is like a pressing issue, and I wanted, young girls, people always saying, I'll use it to educate them, but I don't know if it's a bit too maybe strong for this genre, and maybe I can't go from talking about, holidays to eating disorders. I don't know if it's, laid a bit too heavy. But yeah, again, she also talks about her boyfriend, and she's talking about how he's got a surprise holiday. So I just added like a boxed out text of like their guesses of where he's going to take her. So I've got like 3 different ones, and I'm going to do later on add like pictures from my own holiday because I've just got these off Google. Lastly, I've got a boxed out text again of like just kind of like a short, concise summary of like the information. My last question I'm going to pass out would you purchase this magazine for your younger sibling? Because obviously I know you guys are kind of older than my target demographic, but I was thinking for a secondary audience of parents, older sisters, and I just wanted to know if you guys would get them. And also, I just wanted to get your thoughts on like the number of pictures I've used, because obviously it's a pop magazine. It's supposed to be kind of, normally they are full of a lot of images, but I found that I kind of like just having the one big image. But what do you guys think it looks alright, or would you add more images? Because I had more images in my last draft, and I just felt like, I don't know, it didn't really work. And like obviously the page before has so many pictures, and now this one.
I think the layout looks really good, but if it's aimed at like a younger audience, maybe the article shouldn't be as long.
Okay.
And like have, you know, when certain magazines in there, there's like images just going across like that's like left-hand side page, like that, like that kind of thing, and just like 3 little images.
Okay. So
So like split the articles, it doesn't look like it's
Yeah. So what would you have it like across there?
maybe a drop.
Yeah. That would be.
What about doing a picture of her younger sister? If that's what you're talking about,
Yeah.
then you could possibly think about
Mm.
just having some photos of her with somebody younger.
Oh yeah, like from an old profile
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, that would be really good. And and lastly, sorry, I'm almost finished. Okay, so lastly, I just wanted to show you guys my last draft. My last draft, like this was before. And what I did was I took this layout from a magazine, and where you know they had like the images going across the page, and I really liked that. However, I found that there wasn't really enough room.
Magazine and quite child 14 type thing, and they'd almost appreciate something which maybe has less writing on a contents page and more images.
I think the all quote stands out better on that one, which you were trying to make stand out better on the other
Yeah.
one. I think it stands out better there.
Yeah, I think it's a bit bigger there.
I also think maybe because the colour is kind of, there's more blue on the other one, so it feels more like part of the contents page rather than kind of randomly stuck in the middle of it.
Thanks, guys.